Hey folks, so this is just going to be one of those things where I talk about something that's really kind of disturbing. The other day, I wrote an article, or actually a post, in regards to bikes using the Federal Highway. Now, as you all know, the bike lanes on the Federal Highway are currently being refurbished, so there's a lot of areas where we have to actually, I say we because yes, I'm also a biker, we have to actually be filtered out onto the main highway among the cars. Now, believe me when I say, I don't like doing this. Honestly, I really don't. I mean, I prefer to ride on the bike lane because it's one less thing to worry about. Cars, yeah. Cars are a moving obstacle for bikes, and I'm sure you already know that in a fender-to-fender car accident, you're going to get dented fenders. If you're in a traffic jam and you accidentally get hit from behind, or you hit somebody in front, you're going to get a dented bumper. But in a fender-to-fender accident involving a bike and a car, 100% of the time, the bike is going to crash. The bike is going to go down, because let's not forget that the natural position for a bike is actually on its side. It cannot stand on its own. That's why it needs a side stand or a main stand. So a natural position for a bike is on its side. So any small tap or any small shunt that happens between a four-wheel vehicle and a motorbike is going to result in the bike going down. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video right now, while I'm on the way back to Volkswagen Malaysia to hand back the Vento, is because recently there was this case that's gone viral on social media where this black BMW brake checked a bike 3 times, causing the bike to almost crash 3 times. Now, it's only because the biker in question was, or is, quite skillful on his machine, that he was able to not crash. Anybody else, a newbie, somebody without the kind of experience that this guy had, would definitely crash, because you can see in the video that the bike actually locked up. The bike actually locked up its rear wheel and skidded sideways. And it's only because he was able to control his bike that he didn't crash. Now just imagine this. By doing something like that, which is of course really stupid, I mean, you don't brake check anybody. If somebody wants to get by you, let them get by. Why do you want to slam your brakes and brake check them? I mean, what benefit? What benefit could actually come from doing something like that? It's juvenile, it's stupid, and it's very, very dangerous. I mean, that goes without saying. It's super dangerous. Okay, let's just say you brake check somebody and that guy slams into your rear. What then? Police reports, insurance claims. How much time are you going to waste from all that? I mean, think about that for a second. A moment of madness, if you want to call it that, a moment of ego, whatever it was, whatever might cause you to brake check somebody. What possible benefit could come from that? Seriously, the amount of time you're going to waste at police stations, at insurance companies, repairing your vehicle, is it really worth it? So, okay, now that is just if you brake check another car. If you're in a car and you brake check another car, that's just being stupid to another car. You brake check a motorbike, and if that guy does not know how to control his bike properly, or you catch him at a moment where he's looking to his left or to his right so that he can try and pass you, he's dead. Simple as that. He's down. And if he gets rolled over by another car, he's dead. He or she is dead. There are a lot of lady bikers out there now too. Think about that for a second. Now, this is somebody's husband. This is somebody's son. This person could be a father to kids, and you have just killed him, taken him from this earth. You have made his children orphans. I mean, is it really worth it for a bike that just wants to get by because you're hogging the overtaking lane? No. I mean, I don't even need to answer that. It's definitely not worth it. So I'm saying this now because it really bothers me. I mean, I ride a lot. I ride very often. And I have noticed that, see now, what I've just done, I've signaled, I've looked, and now I'm cutting out because it's safe to do so. You would be amazed at the number of times when I'm on a bike, I've seen people cut out, look, and then only signal. I mean, that is wrong. That's just wrong. By the time you've looked, you've already cut out. And I understand it's a natural reaction. When you look, okay, now the coast here is clear, so I'm going to show you what I mean. You look and you're already turning. Did you notice the steering wheel? Because you are looking, you are inadvertently turning where you are looking. That's why they always say, if you see an obstacle, don't look at it. If you want to avoid it, don't look at it, because you will naturally steer in the direction of what you're looking at. And I just did it just now as an example. So no, you're supposed to look first, then signal, and then cut out only when the coast is clear. A lot of people don't do it nowadays. I've seen it so often on a bike. Now, of course, being distracted on a phone, that just quadruples the risk, the amount of risk that you're actually facing on the road. It is crazy. You can always tell when somebody is actually on their phone, they're not keeping up with the flow of traffic properly. The cars move off a lot, and they take their time moving off. They're obviously looking at their phone, or they are meandering, what I like to call meandering. They're actually moving from left to right. Now, I'm not going to tell you not to use your phone while you're driving because it's dangerous. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows how dangerous it is, but people still do it. So that's just stupidity. That's not ignorance. You know the dangers, but you still do it. That's just stupidity. Now, back to bikes versus cars. I hate saying that, bikes versus cars. We're not in competition, okay? A bike takes up a lot less physical space than a car. And think about it this way. I get a feeling that a lot of car drivers are jealous that bikes get to, filter through traffic and get to where they're going a lot faster than you. But you're sitting in your air-conditioned car, you're listening to music, you're happy, you're comfortable. Out there, the climate in Malaysia is horrible for bikes. If it's not raining, it's really hot. So, it's a double whammy. It's a double-edged sword. Yes, we're getting to go where we're going faster, but we're also exposed to the elements. And don't forget, like I said earlier, it is dangerous. And it's especially dangerous if the cars around us are not paying attention to what they're doing. So, it's not a competition. It is not a case of where jealousy should prevail. It is just another means of transport for a lot of people who can't afford a car. It's just another means of transport for them to get to where they're going. So let them get to where they're going. Don't get in their way. Don't brake check them just because they want to get by. I mean, seriously, what is the point of doing that? Yes, some of them are irritating, like the ones that the noisy one that just passed me, okay? Yes, I'll admit, some of them are irritating, some of them weave, some of them do things that they shouldn't. But, okay, they're no angels. But then again, neither are car drivers. I've seen car drivers do some really stupid things while they're driving. So, none of us are angels. Nobody's perfect. Just let them get to where they're going. Remember, they take up a very small physical space. Now, I just passed a bike, and he was in my wing mirror for about 2 seconds, and then he disappeared. But he's right behind me, and I can't see him. If I don't actively look out, I can't see him. So yeah, bikes take up a very small physical space. You have to actually look out for them. So there is a famous saying, look out for bikes. And it's true. You should. You have to. Because if you don't, it could be a life that you're taking. Not a bumper, not a fender, a life. So, we're in this all together. Let's just be nice and courteous. It's a lot. It's easy to do. It's not one of the cases where it's easier said than done. It's easy to do. So, like Nike says, let's just do it. Okay, till next time. See ya.